from here, before my hands get to the top, I need to be feeling that.
Roll your left wrist like a motorcycle.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to GolfTestDummy, the channel where I use my game to help your game. And this is week number 3 of my Golftec lessons. And I just want to say at the start of this video, making changes in your golf swing after you've had something ingrained for a long time is extremely difficult. It's very difficult. You're going to see some of that in this video, along with some really strange stuff. Now, everybody knows that feel is not real. That is absolutely true when it comes to golf, and some of the feels that I had to work through in this lesson, they were really strange, okay? But before we get into this, I just want to say I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you so much. The channel is growing, it's doing well. You're not just commenting to me, you're also commenting back and forth with each other, and it gives us a real sense of community here on this channel, which I really appreciate. It's one of the goals that I always had for this channel. I also want to say that in the description down below, I have worked with a few companies to try and get some discounts for you guys to help you out, because golf, along with being extremely difficult, is also kind of pricey and expensive. And if you click some of the links down below, you can save yourself a little bit of cash on some of the things you might need for golf, as well as any purchases that you make on Amazon. If you go through my link, it costs you nothing extra. You don't have to sign up for anything, but you can help support the channel so I can continue to bring you this good content like you see here. Now, let's get into this lesson. We worked on the downswing and trying to get open at impact. So I made that my mission this week, was to try and get open at impact. And I went through some different drills, tried a lot of different things. I put in a lot of work this week. I worked really hard. I'm very sore, I'm very tired. This being the 3rd week, I can tell you a few things. Number one, I have made some pretty good progress according to Jessica, and according to the video, the numbers don't lie. It's actually going fairly quick. Now, you may not be able to expect the exact same results because everybody's coming from a different place, and you may not be able to put in the kind of time that I am, but I can honestly say that probably 5 or 6 nights every single week, I'm out here trying to work on what Jessica's told me to work on, and I'm really drilling it in. It's hotter than Hades out here in this garage this time of year in North Carolina, and a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is making me tired, it's making me sore, and on top of that, I've got my full-time job and other things going on. You're not gonna be able to put in that kind of time, possibly. Most golfers can't. So you may not be able to expect the same kind of results and the same movement in your numbers as I've been getting in the last couple of weeks, but that's okay. You work at your own pace and you try to improve your golf swing in your own time.
You've had a sense of power by having a really big backswing, and the position that you were in felt complete.
Yes.
But now you're in a position that doesn't feel complete.
Yeah.
And for a long time, your power source hasn't been coming from the right places of your body or using the ground or in your feet. So,
which might explain why my legs are so sore back here now this week. Yeah, now that makes total sense.
We were talking a little bit about sequence of what starts in the backswing, and then what starts first coming down.
Yes.
I have a feeling for a long time the club head and the hand started first from the top.
Absolutely.
And you have to train, we have to work together to train yourself to use your feet and your left hip and, you know, lower body movements to get the power back. And that's where me as a player or someone, I always hit it really long.
Really?
And I would say that the very isolated part of my body that I feel is my left leg.
The left leg straightening.
Straightening. Even some of my right glute tightening up and under, but it's definitely left knee, left heel, left hip.
And you mentioned that toe coming off the ground when you finish, meaning that the pressure is going down here rather than the pressure going there.
Yes.
In week 1, I had to cock the wrists and work on taking the club back without moving the hips. And in the second week, we tried to work on getting the club back down, using the lower body in the ground to get the hips a little bit more open at impact and deliver the club at a consistent low point. And now in week number 3, as you can see, I've put in some work and we're trying to find the measurements. My assignment was to get into the high 20s on average, with my hips being open and my shoulders being open in the high 20s. We'll find out as the video progresses along if I was able to make it there or not, but it's been difficult. It's really hard, like the saying goes, to teach an old dog new tricks. And this old dog is definitely putting in the hard work and the effort to try and get those things done. And I always seem to feel like I haven't done enough. I feel like I haven't done enough each week that I go, but Jessica continues to prove me wrong with the numbers and the video that they use in the GolfTec studios. It's certainly something that even by filming my swing here, a lot of those things I can't measure, I can't see. GolfTec can, however, and that's one of the great benefits of going to their facilities. Off to the right. Seems a little better. Was it?
Yes. Come down slow. Okay. Go to the top again. Go to the top again.
So it's going way back.
Don't worry about this. Worry about what that.
Well, I'm not even, I feel like I'm not even moving that.
You're flaring you're opening your stance.
Yes.
Why don't you flare it more? Square up the back one and flare the front one a little bit more. There. There we go. Turn now. Can you feel like you're turning down when the club gets here in your backswing? Like you're going your arms are going this way, but your hips are already going toward the top.
Yeah, I can. I was actually experimenting with that earlier in the week, but I think I gave up on it too soon. I like that.
Yeah. Actually.
What in the hell happened there? How is that even possible? Let's just try them at the same time. I don't know. You're going to quit teaching. You're going to quit coaching because of me.
I'm retiring.
Have we got anything good on here to look at?
Yes.
Is there anything? Okay.
You are a natural
moron, yes.
tinker, so you have to stick with the good feels. Our feels are, do not let your hip get outside this foot in the downswing.
Okay, the hip turns in the green there. This is still a little flat. But that right there, that move coming down from the top is not, that's better to my eye. Is it better to you?
Yes.
See right there, my hips are not hitting my highest number, but
The feel that we are walking away with is that move. You had your best hip turn and your best forward shaft lean.
When I did that.
Feeling that.
Did that look like a golf swing to anybody out there? I thought she was losing her marbles. But then when she put me up on video and she showed me the side-by-side, there was the proof that she's not crazy. She hasn't lost her marbles. She's not off her rocker. She actually came up with this feel for me that produced something more down the line, closer to where I want to be with everything. And I got to say, it's almost the exact opposite of what I would think. So when I take the club back, she's actually asking me to put my hips back and almost like a reverse weight shift, and then really hold the club off like this and then turn the wrist like I'm turning the throttle on a motorcycle. It's just like that. And now if you were to try something like that, if you're not coming from the same place I am, it's probably not going to work for you. But for me and my particular afflictions, she felt like that would be a really good drill and a stepping stone to get my numbers and my positions at impact better. Now, I seriously doubt that I'm going to be doing that forever and sticking with that same drill, because as I progress and I get better and better and closer to that position, I'll have to do that less and less. But in the beginning, it is super important when you're trying to make changes to your golf swing that you really exaggerate. Because if you feel like you're doing this, you're probably moving the needle just a little bit. So over-exaggeration is a huge key to success when you're trying to retrain a new golf swing. Okay, wait, that's this.
Yep. Job. Good job.
That's a better delivery.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. That's sped up too, so you're not cheating it by going slow.
That's a good one.
You're actually, I sped that up a little bit. It's not, full speed, but I went faster. Wow. Wow, look at that. That's a green number. Hip sway is a yellow. Shoulder tilt is a yellow. Hip turn's still under, but that's okay.
You've increased it 18 degrees since I met you.
Wow.
Pretty good.
And look at that impact down the line, much better. Wow. Huh.
Voila.
Okay. All right, stand a little further away. I'm going to actually put it out on the toe, and then we're going to go slow.
Good job.
I like that.
New all-time high.
25% hip turn, 34 degrees. The shoulders are open. Are you kidding me? And
yeah.
Major shaft lane.
All good.
And good spine. Hell, no. It's that little dinky half swing I just made. Look at that. Wow. So much better. Those are all-time highs for me.
I have to do this.
That's crazy. Oh, what? Look at the spine angle. Look at the back pockets, the gap between the legs, right foot still on the ground, not pulling up, arms not flung all out. Look at that impact. Much better. It's over the left leg, shaft lean. Look at the difference in that. Oh my God. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Can't wait to see what happens in week number 4. I'm really looking forward to it. And as I said, the change has been probably a little bit accelerated compared to a lot of the other students that come into GolfTec because of the time and the effort that I'm willing to put in between my lessons, which are generally speaking about a week apart. I still feel like I don't do enough. But for a lot of you out there, you're probably only going to be able to get in a bucket or two a week. You may not have a simulator to work on things like this in your home, and you may only be able to get out and play golf every week or every 2 weeks. I would highly recommend moving forward, though, if you are going to make big swing changes and you still don't have everything kind of dialed in and you feel like a fish out of water, it might be best to avoid the golf course and spend more time on the practice range trying to get those things ingrained. Till next week, we'll see you next time.